is, even when DK weren't good, over the last couple of years where they haven't been that World Championship team, they do the Twisted Fate pick comp so well.
And Cole, yep. And that has led to the experience lead that we see here as Xiu.
That's a lot of damage, as Zeus, under 100 health. Xiu not going to be able to tank up that turret forever.
Wait, I'm
20.
I know.
Whoa. So,
hold up. 80 tank. There's 3 tanks and 2 ADs. Hold up. They actually have no tanks here. They have engage, but they have disengage. I don't know. I feel like
time.
I got very close in 2021 and
they
then
blue side should
but instead
win.
It was
foiled by by the man across the rift, as we do have Zeus just TPing back. Okay, but as Mininar, he's definitely diveable when there is a Maokai on his screen.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly have a Narbar just yet. At least it can stack back up as he's trying to avoid these feathers as best he can. Grabs the cannon as well.
No one that can actually answer. I think Showmaker's just going to port to the bot lane with his ultimate to deny too much going over. So good response there, but that means the moment he shows that Lucid isn't able. So there's going to be 5 grubs for Hanwha Life, and I think DK really would have liked those. So now there's even more pressure on them to actually get the dragon, because if they don't, you give over the grubs.
It's 11 minutes
without really getting anything in return.
Red side mid haven't pinged
Peanut,
anyone yet.
I think trying to kind of keep
he only used
for as long as possible so he can rotate over towards Dragon.
Without much tempo in this game, right? The confidence doesn't feel too high, but they're still going to go for this, as there's the flash just to try and interrupt. The chain CC comes through, but
he's not dead.
Just so tanky.
Wait, hold up.
He's going all out to try and
he's
kill Xiu as well as Zeka.
Oh my god,
he's
that
looking to
Yoni
come
looks
in and
like
finish
mine.
the job. The
He
snapback should be there, and Xiu is just waiting for it. Knows that he's going to go down. A trade of top laners.
There's
but
no
first
way
blood
this
does
guy died.
Go to DK. As aiming, he's going to have to cleanse, and Peanut gets out the flash as well. With the map, though, they just haven't really been able to utilize their champions and their ability to be there faster than their opposition, unless they can do it now. As Peanut throws down the ulti, in comes Showmaker, but he's straight into the brambles. Lucid going to be the first one to fall in the fight. As Barrel
that's a
Viper! He pulls back the feathers. He doesn't quite have the damage, though. Everyone on DK, apart from the jungle, is going to fall, and then the other lover duo is the other of the lovers duo is going to fall, as Beryl was just standing on top of a feather he wasn't supposed to be standing on.
Bro just played too much tension.
It has only equated to 700 gold, and it's all Showmaker's fault.
That's what I'm saying, right? Showmaker is really
2 tanks are fighting.
He still has a
no
lead.
one's winning.
And Zeka is on 2-0-1 and even on farm. Xiu is in a whole host of trouble.
How is Nar losing so hard?
It was an attempted bait, but Xiu's just dead.
And he just died.
Too long, though. So he is going to be able to make his way up. The problem is, the 1-3-1 that I was talking about being great for DK is being executed by HLE way better in this mid game.
They can't
have a man advantage. That's where the comp shines. Just haven't been able to do so. And who can you actually pick out? Like, who can you pick off here?
What's that replay?
Who can you just throw all your CC on and then take them down? And I think the answer, unfortunately, is...
It sort of has to be the same person multiple times. Is what it has to be. Or you catch Zeka before he separates his soul from his body.
Yeah, that's
he shouldn't be behind. Because
second
he has
Ocean Drake going over, and for Hanwha,
but he is.
I don't think an Ocean Drake is too much value for DK. Guess what? For Hanwha,
because he has 2 kills.
That is going to be feeling great. This is another testament as maybe this is the collapse we've been waiting for. They're definitely looking for it as...
Yeah, there's the
But the TP is so far. What is that Nar doing?
Taking a fair bit of damage, but don't be baited.
There's no way.
Look at
Xiu. Otacon is up.
Wait, he's almost on red.
Can we find the angle? Look at this
he has red.
Narbar. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's no feathers.
Oh, he got 2
of the map, but there are 2 tanks. And
he got 2
hitting.
and Rakan just dies.
And Zeka, he finds the ulti, gets on top of Showmaker.
Oh, I thought that Vi looked like my
Vi. That's the question. Is Showmaker just limping his way out of the fight?
They all
not
just die.
enough. Otacon, they're just gonna
they have no tank versus 3 tanks. They got 2 people, but they have no damage.
Getting everything on the map today.
And game number 1 is looking dire for DK.
And right
they did
now,
miss their shot.
They did.
Yeah.
And HLE now for the next minute and a bit will be able to just push with impunity up until the Baron is going to spawn. 3 minutes time before
we
that
got the
does come
revive
back
one.
up. Okay. Before that, we will have
I just use it to just go YOLO.
Soul point for HLE.
But like they nerfed it in a way that
can they orchestrate the fight better this time around as Lucid looking for an angle? There are the Brambles though as HLE take matters into their own hands. The ulti from downtown from Zeka, that gets rid of his opposite number. Beryl finds nothing with his grand entrance and HLE, they're still pushing forward the depth charge.
And they just died, of course, because they have DA. They're just
to the enemy base. The knockups are everywhere as Lucid gonna be the second one for Peanut to take down. And HLE, I think they kind of wanted to die for the free trip back home, but they don't even get that because they are too far ahead. First inhibitor of the game going to be falling here as HLE 10-2. This is a shellacking in game 1.
Well, if it was my
we
games.
saw Peanut getting invaded early. That's never the way.
He's been amazing. Zaya as well. I'm never really that enthused by a Zaya pickup. It felt like it was very early. It felt a bit forced in the draft as well.
You know, we need
this is
a bunch of those.
Yeah, this is give up the Drake so that you can steal Elder and steal.
So they only got one tower. Wait, they actually got none.
Showmaker has discovered Zeka, whose soul is rebound. He tries to ult his way out, but that is Showmaker finding a red card on him. And Zayas is teleported in. They're not going to kill him. But Viper is going to take the base.
Nothing to support him.
Would have been great.
That
was the play right there. That's the combo.
Yep.
That's the dream, Atlas.
Well, they've figured it out for game 2. Okay. Just want to do it.
So if you want this game to continue, Showmaker needs to not die, which...
Well, he's going to be flashing, takes a Maokai with him here, and is just punched back towards Viper, who slices him up with these feathers. The Brambles come on past, and that is Beryl that's being picked off as well. Oh man, Peanut is just taken full control of this game. He presses Twisted Advance, and people die. That is how it goes. Zayas now buying the time of 3 members of DK, the only ones that are left on the map. And Baron, like you say, is just going to be taken out. They'll take the Constellation Cassante for it, maybe.
He was just,
unless he's just going to go all out and kill all of them as he flashes away.
Yeah, just flash out.
In goes aiming, finds a killer instant. There, it's about time. They managed to get their prize, but so does HLE. As the purple worm goes down and up. Throwing out some Cathian rain towards Peanut here, who just kind of shrugs. HLE looking for the last remaining inhibitor turret. They do manage to take that. All the inhibitors back up and available now, though. But Hook is going to engage this fight. Lucid, the first one to be taken as they try to dive in, but Zayas just mitigates everything. The quickness doing nothing at all. The ulti straight on top of aiming.
One tap.
Zeka doesn't miss those, and he's now looking for even more. Oh my goodness, it was 3 hits and Showmaker was on the ground. Nexus turret's going to follow him. 17-4 as HLE will tear DK to shreds on their onslaught.
And this was the team who was like undefeated.
Oh my god, Humble Life have just been on point with these drafts.
Wait, hold up. Pantheon mid. I probably still favor the right side team, but like Xin Zhao is like, doesn't he just get destroyed by Lilia?
The one issue that their comp has is I think the engage is fully reliant on Zayas, but that is one of the best top laners in the world.
Puts up his shield and tries his very best to be okay. Lucid now in position to try and answer this as he takes the first one. Okay, able to spin around a bit, but there is the heroic entrance. Grand Starfall coming on through as Lucid avoids the knock-up, but that is going to leave his Pantheon alone. And Lucid cannot actually help out here as Zayas gets over the wall. The door is given to Zayas as Peanut dives on forward, and that is first blood, and in quick succession, the second one as well.
Well,
coming on through here, she gets taunted up. They take down the Lilia, but she was at least able to answer one of them. But that's feats of strength already.
The one upside here is that with the light roaming over, we do have aiming getting finally some blades, some time alone here. Still level 4. Will hit 6.
Bot is actually even.
I don't know if that alone is enough.
Like the
Showmaker
tower
does
is
have his
almost
ultimate
gone.
available.
Hit 6 or hit the floor.
He can just
yeah, Peanut
dive them
does
next wave.
throw down the ulti just to make sure that he's all right. Grand Starfall there from Showmaker as well.
He can
But
still dive
Beryl
them.
is just going to take the kitchen
God,
sink
that
and then is going to be able to stand beside his teammates. Sure, he's try to be okay. As, yeah, you can see that Zeus is still trying to go home.
Wait,
oh
man,
man, it could be nap time. There he goes. They push in the minion wave. There's the ulti coming out from Shield. Hextech ultimatum comes on through. He gets the shield. The flash forward.
Wait, he lived.
Flashes away. Shield takes up the turret, trying to keep Lucid alive, and it will work. But man, that looked way more difficult than it had any right to be.
Notoriously hard to dive Camille because of the fact that she can use her ult to offset. So they play the first part well, where they go for the bubble, they ensure that Zeus just can't cancel the sleep by ulting on top of Shield.
Yet another stack of grubs. As we have Lilia moving up, but HLE just have so much power at this stage of the game.
He does have one done now. That's a big spike. They have to go. They can't.
Oh, he's teleporting in. They're going to see what they can get done here. As the re-grubs goes over to HLE. And the dregs will be collected here by DK. This time around, though, it is going to be 3-for-3. And so no Void Mites and things to worry about there, as 5 grubs in the last game was a big deal. And this is, like, I feel like HLE have not taken anything that they didn't make for themselves, right? Like, they create the space and then Peanuts on the dragon. They're not going too far.
Who am I, like...
I thought what you were saying is that all their
advantages
are made, not given, and I'm like, we did just...
Because
I'm just saying that they don't...
Just watch Beryl do the same thing, right?
Yeah. They don't go further than they should.
Come on,
if
blue
these
side.
Fights are gonna have
he's dead.
Showmaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
A little frightened as he does.
Oh my god, that
try
flash.
To out of the way. The taunt is still going to land as the hook shot did come through to hold him in position.
Yeah,
he does have the shield to give them as the turret's going to try and help him out. But now, both of them getting a little bit sleepy. Shiu making his way into Zeus. Should be the first target. Zeka goes down as well. Tries to
he got away. There's no way.
The Justice Punch feels like it has no justice
at
all as Beryl gives them the door,
Bessa
and Shiu tries to slash up Delight. Not able to actually grab that kill though, and maybe they've overstepped. Shiu gets a shield back and he dies.
Was that a karma? Wait,
This young man is insane!
Oh my god, he outplayed so hard.
Aiming, and maybe it's the young rookie that can take DK to a Game 2 win.
Much sustained for Shiu, who already, as we saw in the previous
slide. Riftmaker Lilia as well. I feel like that would be pretty
even just healing you get on the Q, right?
Yeah.
Shiu does need to make sure he can't die. That is a very important matter here.
Wait, they're a little bit back. Wait, they're actually ahead now.
Outer turret already went down in the bot side, so it's not like this matters for the Sandals.
There's a chance.
The 2-item spike. Do think that the Varus from here on out just gets stronger and stronger if he gets to play.
AD is pretty strong, actually.
Which again is going to be a bit of a rough one into things like Camille and Xin Zhao.
Yep.
As we have a trap. AD doesn't have his third item just
yet. What is Xin Zhao killing?
As they're just starting out again.
They're doing it?
This time around,
there's a lot of DPS.
They're still at mid, so this is pretty good. But can they finish?
Look at this, aiming that Rage Blade, getting that work done.
Okay, wrong self-sacrifice.
He's just giving them the door. There's trying to get
he's running, he's walking. Okay, they got it. They can fight. They have revived.
Peanut now realizing that he just has to get out as the 2-man taunt comes through.
But
everyone's getting sleepy. Shiu, can you stay alive? And the answer is it doesn't matter because he takes the quick way out.
Wait, hold up. 3-man sleep. Holy crap.
Nap time. Delight going to be falling down next, and it's
Peanut
my god,
that's actually on the
worse. Floor, and anyone that was downing DK, and yes, I'm pointing towards myself.
4 for 3. 4 for 600 gold. That was
on our hands.
Play is coming up, and I imagine that's going to be Soul Point here.
And he did nothing. All he did was stun.
Over 3,000 gold, now the lead for DK as well. Especially when you put 5 points in queue as early as possible.
He doesn't know.
Showmaker is
but
going
he
to
has
discover Peanut. And Peanut is going to blast himself the wrong direction, straight into all the bad guys. Does get the red buff though, as now he's just trying to knock people up, get over some walls, and aiming shoots him in the back of the head.
Yeah, we haven't seen this specific, but this too is Peanut. Zeus.
Yeah, probably going to be making his way in.
The poke is the big thing here.
I think they're going to die.
So the teleport's coming.
Oh wait, hold up.
Absolutely everyone.
They got
that public execution. And HLE, they've realized now that they just have to get out of there. Chains of Corruption goes wide, but that doesn't matter. Delight is just dead. Zeka is off on the other side. He tries to get out once more, but this time he he's executed.
This
It's
time
Showmaker with a double kill, and that should be
Yeah,
a Baron
this
once
game
again
is absolutely
for DK.
over.
They move back to the pit. They'll be able to take it this
Like,
time.
I think
and
Lilia
Shellacing's up to
carried
Shellacing's here in
pretty
this
hard.
series as
Yeah.
DK have really taken
course,
the bull by the
Ambassador was
horns. Peanut looking
really
to try
good
and make
too.
his way and do something heroic as Beryl
Come on,
zoning
Rom.
once more.
Yeah,
they get the control ward over.
he's
as
hitting
Peanut
them?
has an
He's
idea
stunning
of
them?
this health
He
bar.
hit the W.
The audacious
Wait,
charge will
there's
get
no
him
way.
in there.
He's there.
Oh no,
Baron
it's
is going down
is he
real
gone?
low.
Oh, it's
There's
there's no way.
He tries to get some
They-
kills off the
they
back
should have
end. He'll
killed
go
him
down.
instead
Then
of
he grabs the purple worm on his way
the
out.
Camille. It's so bad actually. It delays.
It's a well-timed escape there from Zeka. But okay.
Viper's dead
Okay,
again.
come
Yeah,
back out of replay.
like
He's
it.
dead. Nice.
We did get the smite steal. How he
nice.
died. I guess I see Beryl flash.
really
so
is.
maybe it was the
I mean,
H
Like
Brawl.
Mazriel.
It looked like it was Shiu, but Shiu's ultimate's still available, so it
That
wasn't.
was actually pretty tanky.
We'll have to play a little mini game of Cluedo and maybe get the answers with a replay. Incredible play on the top side of the
Oh,
map.
wait.
As let's see whether Zeka can find the angle. Doesn't get the taunt in time there as the winds
taunt.
of war come in, but the fight is
can't
broken
fight.
up.
They
Zeka
have
gonna
no-
need to
no
ult his
taunt.
way in.
Wait.
He gets on top of
Good
Peanut,
ult?
finds a couple with the knockups. Is aiming.
got-
Going down
wait, no.
incredibly low.
Wait,
He's
I'm
down,
blue
but
side.
Can they actually get any of the follow-up kills? The Shiu's taking
Oh, wait,
out
they're
his
winning.
opposite
Nice.
number.
They're
He's
winning.
just running amok
Oh,
in
wait,
this
are they
backline, but
winning?
it's
Oh, they're
Viper
not.
that's able to lock him down.
Oh,
Zeka going
okay,
to fall as
they're
well.
fine,
It's a
they're fine.
2v2
They
in
get
the end.
dragged too.
And it's Lucid
Wait,
and
hold up.
Showmaker.
Oh, they sleep?
No. The
Cleanse?
lilting lullaby is still there from
No, it
this
wasn't
Lilia.
cleanse, it was-
And Viper is doing his very best.
Damn.
But watch out. Eep, here comes the Lilia.
Lilia
And
carried
Lucid's
real
able to
hard.
shut him down with the help of Showmaker and some of these big old sticks. DK,
Big old
they will be able to
sticks.
take the soul now. As DK started up, Grand Starfall available.
There's no
Showmaker
way
and Shiu
they
towards
lose
that
it
top side,
again.
and HLE have identified
Oh,
that.
no,
That's going to
he
be
was
their
dead.
target as the public execution to try and bring Shiu back
Yeah,
towards
he's
the rest
dead.
of his teammates.
You see?
And here's the
Wait, he's not dead.
Aiming, going to be grabbing the first kill in the
Damn.
fight, and Shiu is still alive, ladies and gentlemen,
okay,
still
cool, cool.
dashing forward.
Taken.
As Zeus not so lucky. Showmaker puts himself in front of his teammates,
Camille.
and Zeka, nothing he can
Hit
do
him.
to stop the onslaught.
Don't let him
Only
run
one dead
away.
just yet, but the rest of DK
needs
still
to-
looking for more, and the health bars are slowly
Edgar
disintegrating.
is just griefing.
Zeka goes golden. He tries to be the hero,
It's over.
but aiming
It's
at that DPS,
over.
and DK, they lose no one and wipe the fight.
No one.
7.2k
What
damage
can
from
a
Viper,
Camille
but that's
do?
Camtech value, baby! All below 50, no one goes down,
Actually,
and that
Camtech
should
is
be
pretty strong.
DK bringing us to 1-1 again. Humble Life team fighting,
Fines.
kind of out of this world. The fact that it's even close, testament to their resilience, but I think DK are
That's how,
about
like,
to bring
best to
us
survive.
to a tied series, Atlas.
And then the
Have
plants
you checked
too.
your hands lately?
Oh, I did. Remember, I checked before and it was starting
Man.
to appear, but game really is written
It's
all
dumb
over
miss.
them at this point. The font is getting too
Again,
large for it
ready
to
to
even be
jump. Anyone?
readable as the first Nexus
Just one
turret is
power.
taking its hits.
Wait, they can't end.
Yeah,
Oh,
DK is just
no.
going to have to back away,
He got
I
hit
think,
by
as they haven't
comment.
taken the
W.
Baron. Oh dear, that is going to be the pickoff,
Okay,
though.
good
It's
ult
Delight going to be
from
taken
Varus.
down.
Viper and Zeka are coming up. They have to leave.
Camille's
They can
flanking.
take Nash.
I think.
Elders
Remember what
also
happened when we
coming
had
up.
another team that
Wait,
also did
is he
this?
dead?
Is okay, Peanut going to be taking
Yeah,
off
they're
his health
fine.
bar. Zeus looking for an
I think
angle.
they're gonna
Shiu
get wiped.
trying to get him out of here. Look at these health bars. They're so low, but
Really?
Peanut going to be the first one to go down.
They're absolutely
Value
fine.
Camtech soul, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
is
god, look at it.
absurd,
Redemption
as is
healing.
that, taunt into the
Ew,
backline, but
that's
unfortunately,
crazy.
10,000 gold is a hell of a lot of gold.
Two
And
Ezreal
there's the
kills and
Camtech
he's
value
still
being
alive,
represented
by the way.
by Hawks right there.
Oh
I
my
love that
god,
it's a
that
bit out of- like,
unicorn
his face is a bit
running
out of focus.
at like
It's
5
beautiful. It's
700
Sabian
speed.
Sascha as the next Nexus turret goes down. The Nexus to
GG.
follow. And DK, they're going to be
29
rewarded
versus
for not
7.
taking Baron and taking the
Damn.
Nexus instead. That's going to be a rise. And so very
Ooh, Rise mid. Rise against Aurora though. I kind of like blue side draft because they have a lot of poke. And they have 2 tanks. I mean, they have Poppy though. Poppy's actually really
short
good.
range, but so much DPS from this composition.
Yeah, my man has
Really
really
strong.
been watching LPL. I mean, I'm pretty sure
I
he
think
did a
Zeri's
shout out
pretty
as well,
weak.
because Doing Bio also was the
now.
one that I'm pretty sure
we
was the
got
Pantheon
each other
tank game I
support.
saw.
Yeah.
It's a big reason is... Was it
Wait,
Lens
it's
that
gonna-
just did
is
this
he gonna
as
kill
well,
him?
this exact thing?
Peanut's just lit
Wait,
on
he's
fire.
dead? Oh, he's dead.
Just dead.
There's
He's
no
dead.
way.
He's just dead.
Good
Beryl
flash,
is
though.
the better jungler.
He thought that he
Good
did not
flash
have the
from Poppy.
damage And look at Barrel's face. That's bad.
He's just having a bit of a chuckle at it. Gives him the double thumbs up, and that was before he did the double thumbs up.
Oh,
wait, what is he doing? He's getting 2 tower shots.
Dead.
He's just griefing.
Maybe he's just dead.
My
Peanut gets.
He's still
like, I did a mega play. I'm trying to give back.
What is this?
What is he doing?
No.
What did he mean by this?
You know, in game number 1,
He's
what
like, don't
really
play.
was the thing where I think we disliked most was how muted DK looks.
Yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah, we're just gonna get.
Oh my
Lucid
God.
was coming
You
down.
even get his POV. He's like, oh wait.
But yeah, I think it had a lot to
I'm
do
dead.
with the fact that there was a Leo in there.
There's no Genshin in this PC.
They should be
Disappointed.
looking to. Oh, 1 health.
All right, yeah, Peanut.
Oh my God, that was a mega rise up.
He's dead. Well, I mean, they still managed to get the grub, so there is that. But that Realm Warp, that is so much better than the first Destiny that
was
Showmaker
actually
threw out in
pretty
game 1.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Game number 1, we had 0 impactful Destinies. First Realm Warp.
Wait, the mid is actually
Oh
even.
no. Okay,
So
the
this is
light
like
should be here in
Aurora.
time.
And also,
And
Viper's
top
able to clear out
lane's
the way,
gonna
so they
get
have to wait
double.
for another one to conga line in.
Does is also
Come
kind
on,
of
red
crazy.
team.
Yeah.
But
do
because
it.
of the rest of the composition of DK,
Okay, Ocean
even
is
as
good.
as the scaling on
Full
both
on
Zeri
fights.
and Rise is, I think the execution is always going to be a bit finicky. As there we go
Ooh,
again.
is that
Another
a
Realm
3-man?
Warp, As
Oh,
they don't
he
manage to get
flashed.
on top of Delight, but they
He
don't
flashed,
need
by
to
the
because
way.
they barbecue the ground underneath him. And then it's Lucid's
But
turn
the snare is
to be a
too
Leona.
strong.
As we do have both Lucid and Peanut waiting. Peanut has banana brush control. No level 6 for Barrel
Fourth
just
shot?
yet. He might be in trouble.
Oh no, what is he doing
Audience
again?
coming on
He
in
got
there as there's the stun,
caught.
aiming, throws
Wait,
down the
did
ulti
he?
as Viper,
Wait,
remember,
he's.
no
Oh
flash.
yeah, he's dead.
Can't get out of
He's
there. Beryl is
caught.
really dead, but is Delight
What
going
is
to die?
Jin
The answer
doing?
is yes. As
That Rise is
Lucid
so
takes the
quick, though.
last bullet there from the curtain call, a 1-for-1 in the end. Both of
1
the
for
supports
1.
now on the ground. As Shiu, 2 seconds
Wait.
until the equalizer is back up and available.
Wait, red
And
side
actually,
can
they know
cook.
it.
They have all.
As is Delight. Ultimate's not
Level.
available
Are they gonna
for
cook?
anyone at this point. We are Oblus Atlas.
Yeah, actually, they do
Luca have
manage
no
to
ult, though.
secure one of these grubs.
Leona still not
See whether
sick
DK
yet.
can collect one themselves, deny those feats of strength as Delight looking for his way in, gets that control ward down, vision advantage here for HLE. As DK
There.
are all stacked up, these health bars are going down too low. So HLE, they will be able to get 4 grubs.
We can get us gift.
And that is a big win for them because they also get the feat of strength. That is going
That's
to even
4
things out
grubs.
as far as the race to objectives are concerned. I
get
had to
top
dig very
power.
deep. As you can look him up,
that's
he's
not
actually a
good.
phenomenal recorder player.
Wow,
If you ever thought the
bad.
recorder
What are we
was
doing?
only ever to play
Sorry.
Titanic badly,
We get the
I
bunny.
tell you what,
I
No,
did, that
Bunny
is
gets to
actually
it.
what I thought, and I imagine
They have a lot of vision
a lot of
bots.
chat as well.
you
Okay,
have to,
thank you.
at that point in time, him dying would have been a big deal. Trying to get some shock blast damage, going to be blocked so that cannon does not go over to Zeus.
Okay, 1 for 1.
First turret
Ooh,
was
yeah.
already picked up, actually,
Nice.
so never mind. We don't have the feats of strength yet.
On the Dragon coming in. They want to set up Soul Point.
Wait, they just
Another
gave.
situation where I
red
think the
or
last
what?
game was better for
red buff?
Chemtech than this one will be. I
man.
think it's really just Lucid that
This guy is-
Diego does benefit a lot, but also
Massively.
Rise, as he's
Oh, wait,
flashing
flash?
forward. Speaking of Rise, Barrel's also flashing in. Zeus
Two
not gonna
flash,
be able to go to the
okay.
skies unless with the
Okay,
help
you
of
get a
Barrel,
stun.
as he does slamming back into the
Reinforcements
wall.
are
But
here.
now,
Don't
second
think he
turn
dies,
Shiu
though.
with
Oh,
a better
no.
equalizer this time. Barrel
Wait.
goes down, but
Oh
at
my
one
God,
last tunnel life
the whole
esports,
team is here.
as there's
They
the
got
curtain
sniped
call,
out.
but
Oh
it's
my
never
God.
mind.
That's
Oh,
2.
hold that thought as he takes down the Rise, but it's still a 3-for-2 trade in favor of DK.
Not bad.
Space, Zekam down towards his bottom
Jin
side of the
getting
map
fed
as
is
well.
bad.
Do
But
they still
Zeri
have
can
the
go is
tools,
good.
though? Everything's available here from Live.
Wait,
comes in,
wait.
Barrel.
Yeah, it's just the equalizer that is down as they
Okay.
get rid of the jungler.
Jungler
and now they can
gone.
press this
45.
dragon. Feats
No
of strength, soul point, but now the battle has started.
Rise
Zeka going
caught.
down incredibly low
No, Rise
as
not
both
caught.
supports
He's fine.
hit the deck. And never mind, Zeka's
You see
actually at full
fine?
health as
Nah,
Showmaker's
he's
the one that's
not
almost
fine.
dead.
He's
And it's in fact the
trolling.
Aurora picking up a double
Yeah.
in the fight. But it is still feats of strength over to DK. Soul point for
Fine,
them
though.
as well.
Fine.
Benefit
They
of
got
that earlier
soul point.
charts they got
But
on
it's
the
still
hill will
Chemtech,
be
so.
going down, and that's one thing where Humble Life
This
have
game
been
is
really
more
strong this game
even.
is their
So like Chemtech
Defender
is like.
Acceptor. If he finishes Bloodthirster, I feel like he's going to be so
strong.
hard to kill.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the Zeri as much yet, but that is
Maybe
one
it's
of the
good
reasons
for
why I feel
the,
like the team fights later are gonna get really hard. Is
configuration
who
getting
locks down
lower.
aiming
Yeah, I mean, and you can, but then he cleanses.
in the end there?
Well, Viper going to pick up a red buff and then move on up towards the Otacon as well. As you can see, HLE with full vision control of the area. Shadow Flame, like you were talking about, is going to be done as there's a curtain call. Beryl taking a lot of damage. That was a really cute attempted solar flare to catch a flash, but Beryl not flashing, just dying. HLE really feeling like this is a tempo swing they can work with.
Yeah, I think that they're going to set up.
I don't like this.
Mostly, I don't think they're actually going to be intending to do, but that is Denial of Soul and do not aiming, both sums used.
Even though
right? That is Flash and Cleanse now gone on the Zeri, and that for these long-range setups, making it so easy for the Lights to follow up. And a Showmaker.
He got a good flank.
Oh dear, Zeka going to get flashed on here, but he does manage to get into stealth, so he's not going to get Rune Prison. As he now actually turns it to look for an engage on Dashi, who flashes out of the way. The equalizer goes down. Zeka taking a lot of damage.
She just got caught. There's no way.
And DK,
damn, the damage was crazy.
Got out of position yet again and executed. And Showmaker, we mentioned his amount of dashes is relatively low. He's trying to take someone with him, and it does not work. HLE, they just turn on a dime and do exactly what they need to win the fight.
And that Brute needed to hit. Showmaker investing his flashes.
Oh no, Lucid looking for the pick.
Oh wait,
reset. The first killer's aiming is still deadly.
That's one.
Oh wait, hold up. Oh, he got two. Wait, three. They got. Damn, they got all of them. One bunny left.
We got this.
Oh, bunny missed.
The extended beam not enough, and now Lucid turns up Zeka. Nowhere to go. That's
damn, they actually just 2v5. Crazy. Diego champ and Zeri.
What is it? So this time she dies.
They want
to be
2v5.
It's what sets up the play.
And look at the pings.
They got the CC out.
Showmaker started
they also
doing
got
so much of that machine gun damage. This is the crux of the composition as well. Showmaker playing
He's like, damn, this is my jungler.
With this game, it's yet another one that's now got the match point as Glacial Prison comes on through. It's not over yet, but Showmaker, he breaks his arm guard. They get rid of the Aurora, and now it's the Roadwalk to start this one off. His aiming is right in amongst it. He explodes, and the Zap AoE is gigantic. The Winter's Wrath from Lucid not doing too much, but he's already stolen away the dead Sejuani. Aiming is skating into the enemy base. I have a feeling I know where this game's going.
He's just gonna respawn.
The damage done by Showmaker that ends up setting this up, and 20 more seconds on this. Yeah, DK, they're gonna keep on fighting.
They certainly are. The equalizer comes down in exactly the same spot yet again.
Not really.
They managed to catch out the Aurora on the side of the play, and the rest of HLE not they do the realm warp just to block off the escape. And
they got the AD. Oh, they won. They won.
Explosion and aiming claims too.
Okay, what is the lady? What is he doing?
Gold is going to be picked up.
It timed out!
Oh my god, and then now they can't push. Wait, hold up.
I don't think it should.
They get dragged though.
Peanut and Zeus will see whether they can actually defend here as Showmaker looking for a Rune Prison onto the Jason. Does manage to get
my god, that
smash
snare
into the
is so
wall
broken.
and taken down.
He died.
The inner turret, and in the meantime, Lucid will be able to secure that dragon. So an aiming moment, but he was 8-0.
That Jace is griefing.
If HLE managed to win here,
just
we might be denied it.
Oh no, he's gonna get caught.
Sorry, if DK managed to win here, we might be denied it.
He did.
Showmaker is going to get jumped on by both
fine.
Peanut and Zeus and just flashes away. That's going to be enough. And of course has face rush, so once he does get a few abilities off, he is absolutely rocking out of there. Still, that is going to be some bounty gold as the outer turret falls. Can catch anyone who is out of position.
I'm pretty sure that Showmaker can solo Nash at this point, but it looks like DK, they just keep on looking, and I like how they're cool. They're not...
Oh dear! There's a heroic charge. They managed to... Oh no! Delight able to flash away. He buys a fair bit of time. But the Keeper's verdict comes down.
Pink Lady gone.
And Zeka is forced out of there. Another equalizer is... I mean, it did some damage to Zeka.
Did it really?
I have no words.
I mean, it did...
I have no words.
It did some.
There's
like,
no way they
it did do some damage to Zeka, so we're just going to go with that.
You're technically
no way.
correct.
Yes.
Wait. Oh no, he's cooking. Wait, is he? Oh my god, that back.
Showmaker, who's able to finish him off there, finding all of these cues. Lucid now just resetting his way around the fighters. Zeus cannot do it alone.
Actually pretty good. Like Rumble was like taking their attention.
If they'd like to, or they could go boar hunting. And that is what Beryl's going to do. He starts the game doing it. He's going to end the game doing it as well. Is the rest of DK going to march down the mid lane?
Play with the support.
I don't know whether he wins the 1v1 anymore.
He definitely.
But he might be able to escape. As you can see,
Who's
Showmaker teleported
support
to
or
mid
the
lane,
jungler?
and Beryl is stopping
They-
the backs.
the support
as
is
they
winning.
say.
He watched the T1 series and he knows that you don't want to let Peanut get to the wave.
Wait,
Peanut was the one having
support
fun with
mechanics.
Koshik, if you remember, with the dancing
Big
around
shield.
the dragon.
I think the
pit
shield
on
was
the-
boosted
the-
by-
and the Nidalee. Very, very cute. He's now in another one of these stories as he's just stuck
Wait,
in
we're
hockey
winning.
purgatory on the top
Nice, we're
side of the
winning.
map.
Big Lady
And,
can't
that is all the
recall. No
while
tank,
his
no
Nexus
defense.
is being destroyed.
He's actually getting
Beryl is
destroyed by
also
the
winning
support
fight
in the
once
1v1.
more. As Chemtech Soul, ladies and gentlemen, still he's denied.
They
as
want
the
though.
Nexus
They
falls
want
down.
though,
Match
so it's
point
great.
for D plus Kia.
If you have like a fat
Game 4. I actually like Nocturne Shen Cannon. Like Nocturne ult, Cannon TP. They can't see the TP. I don't think they can really see it because you're like scared of the Nocturne to jump you in time. And Cannon gets a good angle. And then he can get saved by Shen ult again. Don't they just win? But they have Silas though.
Silas on the enemy team or an Aatrox that was able to get ahead.
Oh yeah.
You still don't get to really play the game. The one
Peanut
thing that I do
Nidalee
think,
was pretty good.
that is a really big benefit for DK is
Against
that I feel like
Genji.
Victor is going to be so hard to deal with later in the game. Because the engage for Hanwha
Viper
is just
act,
Ash
though.
Arrow
Classic.
from the beginning, but I think a lot of this comes down to play.
They just
Plus
exchange.
Viper and Delight actually doing a good job and aiming really not having a great start thus far, right? Like the clan's getting
Yeah, I
forced
think
level 1 and
Red
then
side
also getting
all lane
bullied
just
out by
hard boost
Aatrox.
And it's a 500 gold lead.
Already
Even
dead?
more than that with the plates coming on in and double the CS.
But Shen has
Zeus
block,
is
right?
looking to just
Nah,
dive.
fine.
He has level
I
6,
think
Zeka
they're
moving
dead.
on
Yeah,
in
they're
as
dead.
well.
They're
As
dead.
yeah, the
They're
Drake goes
absolutely
down, but
dead.
that's not going to be enough as aiming.
They get support?
Remember, no flash, no cleanse, no way out as Beryl is doing his
No?
best to try and block, and it works!
What is that?
Rockets are
What is
stolen,
that?
and they're eaten by the Shen.
Silas
Have his
steal.
dash cannon incoming. Peanut is looking for 6 scrubs and should be able to get them as
So
well.
dumb.
So DK, I think they're going to lose the first turret
Orky
feat
is
of
so
strength.
boring.
And that might be, in fact, happening on this wave
He just
right
doesn't
here,
die because he's
as that final
he's-
grub
he
does
just
go
builds
down. 6 now in the back pocket of HLE as
forcefully.
Peanut looks to try and
Good
help them
tanky.
out, taking down this structure. Now back available. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is there, and this turret is on its last legs.
Oh, they lost power. That's
So
not
that is
good.
going to be that first feat of strength going down. HLE also with
Wait,
those
who
2
do I
sets of grubs
actually
they
want
picked
to
up
win?
are only 1 objective away.
I
from
actually
locking it up,
still
grabbing
prefer
some cool new shoes.
Red side to win. But like Silas,
They would have loved to get the grubs though. With
Yeah,
actually
that
not
kind of
pretty
particular.
strong. Aatrox, I'm not
Denying
sure.
the grubs also a
I
big
think he
deal
just
when you've
gets
got
clapped.
both a Silas and an
Okay,
Aatrox
good drag.
already happy sitting in a
Good
side
Inferno.
lane, and you know, arrows to augment and things like that. As another one,
Jungler
this is
is
starting
getting
to get a little bit suspicious.
though.
We got what? We got one
No,
Ocean
good.
and the rest were all Chemtech.
Yeah.
I mean, whole team's
Someone-
getting gapped other than
And
mid.
there are reinforcements waiting in wings. As, oh,
flashing
good-
from
good
Beryl.
part,
They look
though.
for Peanut, who might have been overextended.
Oh, he's
but the
not
hostile
even
takeover is
dead.
there, lands on a 3. First blood goes to Peanut to secure
Nocturne does nothing
another
there.
kill for HLE. And
I
first,
think
it's
Nocturne's
just
just
crazy
a
that it's
trophy.
this late into the game, and then all of a sudden it's feats of strength. HLE killed
Silas
3
just
in the
killed
blink
Cannon
of
with
an
his
eye.
own ult.
yeah. So that's why I was saying.
It's
The problem
over.
is that because you don't
It's
have vision
over.
and Hanwha Life do, they kind of get to decide.
There's
Just
no
kinda takes
way.
everything. Peanut is
Up to
farming
1.
up the storm, got an early kill, and getting a tons of plates. And for DK,
I think Cannon can
it
beat.
really is going to be reliant
anyone
on
now.
finding backline axes without Renata.
He's playing
being
80
there.
Cannon too.
That's kind of your win con, right? Like
Aatrox
Showmaker
probably
eventually
just ignores
will do a
him.
lot of damage in team fights, but that
And they do have that buffer. So there's
Ooh,
that.
as Barrel
sneaky.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Zeka is
my
just gonna
God.
find him as he
Oh.
makes his way in. The Shadow Dash taunt does come on through, and the arrow is so gorgeously placed from Viper. Handshake just to set it up, and cool guys like Delight do not look at explosions.
did he
As
see
Beryl
that?
is going to go down yet again.
Was
The
there a
Mega
ward?
Blast Cone will
Maybe.
bring HLE over towards their
No
prize
wards,
in
though.
the form of this dragon. And DK
Maybe they
just
just
have to look
saw-
on and watch as that objective is taken down.
Was there a ward?
HLE, cool, calm, and
I think they
collected
saw
here
him
in
to
Game
river or
4.
something.
And DK, I think they're going to have to order another one of those miracle plays. They've had a few of them, and
Wait.
Lucid is now just going to look
Does
for a
he?
steal.
Oh, he
gets
stole it.
it.
Nice.
There's the spell shield at
Nice.
the same time.
You can
He's
delay
really
it,
dead, guys,
but you're
he got
dead.
what he came for, and that was
And
the Chemtech
delayed
break and
or
sole point for DK.
They got soul
Guy's gonna
point.
send it and die.
Well, Barrel's
Okay,
also going to
good
find a
taunt.
taunt onto...
Did nothing.
Not eyes nearby.
Mid's gone.
Good call.
So
not to
Shelly.
chase.
Oh my god, that spear.
Yeah, everyone's getting very angry. And Peanut, like you say, those spears really do hurt.
So
Beryl
much.
is- yeah,
Oh
he's
my
gonna
god, that
flash
A-drop.
for it, picks it up with the third Q, really nicely done. As Zeka finds a slicing
That's
maelstrom.
scary. That's a good ult.
All right, I got the game plan for DK.
All right, what is it?
Do nothing
Bot
for 15.
too.
No,
Oh no,
sorry, now
bot
it's 20
gone.
minutes.
What about do
You're
nothing for 4
losing.
minutes and then Lucid? Oh, okay.
Oh,
She is
the
going
rat.
for some stuns onto Zeka here. As
No
Aiming
damage.
trying to lay down the DPS. Shu is dead.
I knew it.
And Aiming doesn't
80
do the
cannon
DPS.
is useless.
Barrel even ulted, trying to keep
Bro
Shu
did
alive and
absolutely
extend the
no
play.
damage.
I think it saved
He
Barrel's
probably
life that Shu
sealed
died.
him.
Yeah, I do think
Knocked him
DK
dead.
are having
Wait.
a
Peanut?
difficulty with the
Peanut?
Arrow.
not actually doing anything.
Okay, that's a nice spell shield there from Lucid.
Taunt?
He could have just been
No taunt?
straight up dead with the damage that we've seen from some of these spears.
Oh,
Zeka
sorry.
looking for a chain lash, and that is a dead
taunts,
end
he just
turret.
Now, I
Nice.
don't think it's a good plan, but I do think it's your only plan.
7-0. This is so done.
Yeah, you know, we often talk about, well, Nidalee
This is so
it doesn't
dumb.
matter, right? When you're this far ahead,
Well, this is the scaling you get from Nidalee, and that is making sure that your opposition is really
Wait.
far behind.
Wait.
Zeka could be
They
in
get
trouble
him?
here. So he has to
He's
flash
back?
away. Aiming is
Go.
flashing for
Rocket?
it. They're looking for the
Oh my god.
opportunity. Here's the death
He
ray
didn't
coming
even
up.
die.
This is what Peanut does, by the way.
Oh,
Better than any other Nidalee.
Oh, no.
And that is play Soraka. As Aiming, he's going to get punished for the
And
sins here. The
what
over-aggression.
is it?
And he's put down by
8-0.
Zeus' famous Aatrox.
Absolutely
I
smashed.
also just can't believe that Peanut
No
has been this
contest.
consistently
Way.
clean on
There's
Nidalee
no way.
all year.
There is
As
no
the
way.
arrow.
Yeah, close.
I do like it. You know, we didn't have much more to watch because the
Close.
Arakan was just being taken for free.
oh, it's gone. Yeah.
For the
real
tower,
question
I don't
now
think
becomes
it's
for DK,
worth
can they hold on to their inhibitors?
Probably gonna
21, he's
die.
been pretty good at 5
Shame.
gamers as well.
And for
It's
DK,
gone.
they lost both their
They're
final
down so
year,
much gold.
you know, tournament runs,
Yeah.
MSI,
Good
as
news.
well as Worlds to 5th games,
Lose, I have
RNG
no
and
rate.
EDG respectively.
Bad news.
Yep.
As
You
this
don't need
dragon,
the rate.
I don't think is going
Damn,
to be
that
contested.
Ashes.
And yeah, Zeka hasn't lost one since
Absolutely.
2022. So pretty good at it. Still hasn't got there just yet.
Wait,
Its
hold up.
paranoia has been used by someone.
Gets away.
And yeah, it's
Damn,
in fact Zeka,
he
who is
got
now just going
away.
to dive on top of Beryl.
Crazy.
And Beryl is going to taunt him over, aiming really
Saw it
undecided
through
as to
the
whether he
bush
wants to do
wall.
this again. And he says, no, I'd prefer not to, as Lucid is going to block the hijack. Very nicely done
That
with the
was
spell
cool.
shield. No paranoia for you this time around.
No, he
But
already
it's
Oh,
gone.
is that a change?
There's
Yeah,
no
I
way
know.
they get no
It
kills.
looks confusingly
Just
similar. I
leave.
apologize,
it.
ladies and gentlemen.
There's
That's how you get out of
actually a
paranoia.
Yeah, he
way.
had to. And
Oh
that
wait,
would have
the
definitely
revised
been a
line.
cooldown, Chronically. You're exactly right.
That's fine. You're good.
That's why we keep
What
it
can
around.
Kennen do?
That and the excellent predictions.
Side prio.
Waiting for Kennen to do
combined with
something.
Peanut's early pressure.
They're doing their best.
Ooh,
That's a
good
two-man
taunt.
Okay, the
Wait,
kissing being thrown
okay.
at HLE. The last-ditch effort from DK. They're able to take down
We
the support.
kinda
But
can't.
Zeus gets into that backline, disrupts what what DK were trying to
They
do.
could've fought.
And Viper just wanders
literally
away.
has
And
no
that's what they're
mana.
going to get for it.
What do you mean, no? That's your option.
You're not allowed to
Damn.
postpone.
Silence
Well, actually,
was-
I think
oh
I
wait, that was a
postponed mine
spear.
as well. Okay, well,
Ooh,
as that time, he's able to steal it away.
he just wanted to steal the
That
ult.
was nicely done. Zeka going to have his hijack now on cooldown. Let's see whether DK
Barrel doesn't have flash this time around.
Mine?
can defend
On
yet
someone?
again. This time towards the top side of the map.
I think he has
What
to
is it just
taunt
doing?
the
A lot of
Renata.
damage. Redemption there to keep them in the
Because
fight
the
even
Aqua
longer.
just get the Renata.
And they are going to break the flow. They're going to take down this inhibitor turret.
Yeah,
The bottom lane's also under fire. Zeus was getting to work down there as well.
Wait,
Shu
wait.
just struggling to hold on.
It's good. Just don't flip
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just don't give them the opportunity. Just take them down. Now 2 inhibs are down. They're going to have to deal with these side waves.
It's so
You
tough.
need to make sure that they don't know there's a plot twist.
Second rate.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Second rate.
I was about to like talk about plot twists, but I just feel like that would be completely against exactly what you were saying.
9k
Yeah.
down.
The question is,
Okay, can you
do
steal
we
it
have
again?
A torpedo
Wait, they
called
don't have more.
Nocturne.
They don't have more Shriers.
Well, Beryl
Oh.
is looking to try
Oh
and get
my
him
god,
in.
that's
they're not
pain.
flipping. You'll have to see it.
Yep, they get
And
up
he
there.
got-
The arrow's going to connect, and the Shen is just dead. The takedown named
He
correctly
just got
here by
eaten
Peanut.
by the
By as
freaking
much
big
time
cat.
as they possibly can. The problem
He
is,
dead?
there's only 3 turrets left on the map here for DK, and with
Can't
these
do
Baroned up
anything. It's
minions, I don't know whether they're going to be able to
Right,
defend
game
for long.
5.
Peanut was playing,
Absolute
actually.
crazy.
I know Canyon was playing Nidalee.
Oh no,
They
Peanut was
can't
playing
win.
Hecarim.
They have no damage.
Peanut was playing Hecarim in that
Ah.
game.
Cannon does
I mean,
absolutely
you would remember better than I
nothing.
would.
I'm pretty sure it was a weird Hecarim angle. It's okay, we're gonna
Wait.
pull the trigger as Lucid dives in, looks for the fear now as they get forward. There's one
Bailed
of those
out.
taunts you were looking
Wait.
for. Viper gets bailed out, never mind.
Nice.
They managed to secure the
But
kill.
the
The problem
Nidalee
is
and
there are
Aatrox
more carries left over. Zeus
Wait,
doing
are they
what he
cooking?
can.
Oh, look at
As
Cannon?
the Chaos Storm is
Cannon?
gigantic. Zeus, can he do it? He
But
finds
the
one.
base!
But Zekra is looking
The base
for
is gone.
the game.
Oh my
The
god.
teleport to get on
They
top,
won the
and Zekra's
fight.
looking to take down the Nexus.
Oh
Showmaker,
no,
can he
this
kill
is
it
like
in time? He's so
he's
incredibly
won.
tanky. It's down halfway.
Flash.
And there's
It's
the flash
over.
over.
It's
Now he's looking to try and take down Showmaker as
over.
well, as
There's
the final
no
hit.
way.
Silver
That
scrapes.
feels
It's
so
queued
bad.
up
You
by
win the
Zekra
fight
with
or
the
you lose
backdoor.
to a backdoor.
The redemption rush Olaf jungle.
Wait, he played Kled. Kled mid. Wait, this I haven't seen Kled in like very long. Jax, Olaf. Doesn't Olaf just runs Mel down? Because Alistar and Gragas can't do anything. They have no peel. I mean, their peel is useless. Because Olaf just runs him down. And then Jax just press E. Okay, maybe Gragas cooks him. And maybe Mel
was the
just
first one
cooks
to
them.
do it in the LCK,
Mel is
actually.
OP.
Yeah, that's the Tarzan special.
Yeah.
Mel
Oh,
is
no, it
pretty
was
strong.
Kanavi over in the LPL.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
it was,
sorry.
And then
Then it was
Tarzan started it in the LCK.
Pretty
was,
good,
is,
though.
is great for that,
See.
as this is
Come on, blue side.
a Gragas.
We can't
should
let
be hard to dive here. We'll
Zeus
see if they're going to
win.
be able to do it.
Yeah, there's the body
He's
slam
surviving.
on though,
He's
as the
not.
counter-strike comes in. Shiu gonna
Wait.
flash. The ignite is ticking. And
Okay,
Peanut-
wait.
Yeah, okay, he's just gonna
One
die.
for
So
one,
1 for
not
1.
bad,
And
and he got the
teleport is
80
available in 8
songs.
seconds
Not bad.
time. Maybe not worth here.
It was the full
Not
feed,
bad.
which I think we're all happy that it no longer is.
Yeah, needing to get a few extra
Wait,
kills.
Olaf
And now
top.
Zeus still looking for a lane to call home.
Olaf versus
Showmaker.
Kled.
This too is
Yeah, there's
Oh,
Barrel with the
wait, that's
pulverized
good.
flash, and the charm
Ari just
goes
TP'd and
wide.
just died.
Lucid's able to pick up the kill, and that is a
Oh
second
my
one
god.
for DK.
And he's
wasn't in
going.
great form. Lucid wasn't as consistent of a carry.
It's actually
but
good.
particularly,
We're
But
winning.
Lucid was also playing too much Sejuani and things like this. I feel like they didn't
Kled
realize
just
that
yeah.
OP.
this was actually
Well, we did.
fine. Yeah, well, we did.
Who
We were yelling
kills
at the
Kled
TV
here?
a lot.
a lot. Which I'm sure had gotten old, but
Maybe Olaf.
this thus far, anything you can get done with Wuikind pre-6, you can be feeling amazing. Like a kill.
Wait, I think
getting
Mel's
grubs
really
as
good
well.
against
Champion
MF2.
doesn't really come online before you hit level 6. That's Dragon
But
as
he
well.
really-
That's
he's
another
really weak
objective going
against
over, and
Olaf though.
I think Viper has one of the hardest games to play here because he needs to have a big impact. I think for this comp to
Oh,
really
he got the
work.
cannon.
As
Oh, he
Shiu
missed.
is just
Tried to.
That's fine.
Sometimes
He has a good
He
amount of
did
CPS
a
to DK.
arrow.
And I do think that this is one of the scenarios where DK is...
Hey,
I mean,
big
they-
grubs
this to go to
actually
lane.
pretty
and they also,
good.
yeah, they have an incredible split push composition as well. Like, the slipperiness of a Kled is pretty
Shiu.
absurd.
Are you sure?
Shiu's going to face
He's
check.
too
Zekka
tanky.
finds the charm, obviously. See whether she's surviving for a very long time. Finds a body slam, but no one else is there. We're just going to be taking grubs.
5?
And so 5
No,
grubs have
we
now
lost
been taken
four.
here by DK. Probably okay with that.
Gragas
Lucid, he's held on to the
Wait,
smite.
does he lose it?
And Peanut,
fight?
he doesn't have his.
Yes,
so it's
right.
just
Oh,
Lucid
nice.
with 6
We
grubs.
got 6. Good.
They'll take the
Great.
feat of strength as well. It is 2-2 as far as kills.
That
Ooh,
kill
barrel.
really important.
Does have Showmaker
Defeat.
alongside as
Yeah, they're just
Lucid's
playing.
still on the dragon. They're
Who
playing
dies
keep away.
They don't have
Lose.
that much damage, but yeah, it's a timing from DK is great. I
Yeah.
think they're just fine.
Okay, they got out.
And Showmaker is
And
still
I
in
don't
this
think
pit.
Kled's
He
getting
does
out.
need to flash if he wants to exit. Unless
Wait.
he just wanders around
Wait,
and tries
yeah,
to
keep
avoid
baiting
these
them.
Hex Tech Soul. That is crazy. Bear
he's
Trap of the Rope
baiting no
is
one.
going to land on the Peanut, but he still has to flash out of the pit. Needs to stay in it alongside the rest of them. And we'll see whether Barrel, on his Game 5 Alistair, can make these big
Flash
plays
that,
right
Jax.
now. He's going to get a Pulverize off, looking for a headbutt, delivers Delight back, but there's the Magnus Storm, and it's Barrel that's in trouble. The Unbreakable Will is going to keep
Oh
him
wait,
up, but there's
he
the
caught him. He got the
charge.
AD flash.
And Viper will just flash. And so the charge didn't necessarily need as much volume as that. But that's
He
fine.
can't do that for the next
Barrel
5
is going in
minutes.
again at about 0 health, and now it's Shiu's turn!
Oh
The
my god, that
Venture
Gragas
pulls
ult was
back Zekka, and they
crazy.
managed to nail the pick.
Mel
That is going to be
executed
feats of
broken
strength as
too.
well. There's a whole bunch of buttons flying to the
Damn.
wayside as Peanut leaps away. DK, that's enough.
He is not nervous.
What about blue team to win?
Absolutely not. There's a bullet time. Headbutt pole. Viper punished in an instant. Beryl is going to go down, but you know what? That's his favorite thing to do. As Peanut's going to flash out of the way. She is still on the hunt, though.
He's going to go.
What was that MF doing?
Belt and electrocute Alistair.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I've seen a bit of this in
Yoink.
queue as well. I just didn't expect it to actually make it, but
Gragas
that was a great
doesn't
fight
know.
from DK. But the actual
He
trade,
does.
not that big a deal. They don't get mid lane turret. A lot of
Olaf
cooldowns
is
were
getting
used there
strong.
for DK.
It's
And
not good.
Zaze wasn't in
I
that
think
fight.
Olaf is just gonna
So,
run Mel down.
As is the charge going to
Down
come through?
extraordinarily low.
Again,
They get the
there's no
control
way.
on. He's
He
into the
got it.
pit, but he's not going to
He
be able to
both
steal
dead.
away the
Oh, he
dragon.
has
There's the
flash.
bullet time. Is Shiu. He
Oh,
manages
no,
to
he
find
got out.
Viper in the backline. It's
Nice.
gorgeous.
He
Yet
was
again
dead.
from DK. But
Olaf
look at this
just-
Olaf.
oh, wait.
He's going
Yeah,
completely
Olaf
ballistic,
is
but unfortunately
useless.
not
Why did I
ballistic
think
enough as
Olaf
Beryl.
was
He's got an
strong?
unbreakable will. He zones away 3. And DK, despite
They
losing the
won.
Drake, they
They
win out on the
probably won.
fight.
Wouldn't have been great. But with the
Okay,
Herald
mid
being
tower is
there,
yummy.
absolutely fine. They get the charge on mid. That's 2 turrets. And even though they
Ooh,
didn't
good-
get the soul
good
point,
tower.
And that's 6
DK.
scrub value as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with mid lane turret gone, those outer turrets are sure to fall
Wait.
soon as well. So Humble Life, again, stave off a worse fate.
upside fighting?
I don't think Peanut will, though. I
Does
think his
Ari
fate
die?
is unfortunately sealed.
Just a little bit. That
Is it
might also
tower?
be more money
Oh,
over the aiming
great
as well
ult.
as this
Support
Mel.
ult from
Yeah,
Shu.
this is ridiculous as Showmaker gets in there.
Nice.
And
They won the
Skull
top and bot
just runs
fight.
away. And
They
so
won.
Kled is
No way
just
they
fine
lose from here.
with
It's like,
using
oh,
his
man.
own decoy.
Yeah, look at my reflexes. That was great. And then just walks back into the brush.
Mel
and
is
just gets
so
shot
fat.
for
There's
20%
no way
of
they
his
lose.
life.
As this
He's
Hextech
poor
Dragon is going
over.
down. Yeah, Showmaker on a bit of a flank angle has the charge, remember. Does want to use that to allow his teammates to enter as well. As Peanut going to leap strike his way out. Otacon's mad at the same time.
There it is.
All right,
God,
let's
please
see
get
whether
them.
this Olaf
Please get it in this
is going to
lead.
find an
We're gonna
angle. He
flip it.
gets in a
Oh
little
no,
bit
Olaf
late.
is coming.
And now Peanut, can
coming.
you steal
He
away this
ghosted.
dragon? That is the question. Make it 2 apiece, as there is so much damage down onto HLE already. The dragon down to
Jax.
2,000, but the team fight
Oh,
could be
they
the
got it.
problem.
Run.
As Showmaker is throwing
Wait, can
everyone
they
around.
fight?
The dragon goes over to DK. There's the rebuttal, and there's the bullet time finally.
Wait.
Getting some
Wait,
value.
you're
Now goes
losing.
down first. Viper is at full.
How is-
Now
oh,
they're
Olaf's
diving
dead.
forward. They take down the Olaf.
think they lost
Is that
it.
going
They
to be
lost the
enough, though?
fight.
That's the question. Is Peanut
Wait, do they
fighting
lose it?
against
Yeah, they
Showmaker,
lost the
and Showmaker
fight.
just finds his
Wait,
logo
they're
once
fine.
again. Climbs on top and takes
Unless
down the
there's no
Jax.
way. He can't,
Zeka
because
now with
there's
a
a
couple of
clip.
charges left, but
3 for
with
3
2
is
left
pretty
remaining
bad.
on both sides of the rift, it's the
Alien
dragon
may
that
survive.
turns the fight. We need to get the rebuttal. We need to make sure that Beryl isn't in range. Does Shiu have the cask available? Because if it's yes to any of those
Okay,
things,
caught.
there
He
is
caught
the
the
bullet
support.
time now. Okay, rebuttal does
Okay,
come
nice.
on through, throws back a few buttons. And
Oh
now
my god,
Peanut,
that
he
Jax
jumps
flash
on
was
top
crazy.
of the Wukong. Beryl gonna be
He's
taken
not
out.
dying.
It's now Peanut's turn
They have no
to go
damage.
nuts.
Gragas
Zayas
is
will
dead.
turn up, but Showmaker just gets himself out. Shiu
Wait.
finds a 2-man
Come on,
with the body
Gragas.
slam, slows them all
88
down.
Gragas.
But the fancy footwork comes on in. He's trying to
He's
slow
cooking.
Peanut.
Let him
This
cook.
guy is so nimble.
Let him
It
cook.
is just
Oh,
nutty.
no.
Not quite nimble
Showmaker's
enough though,
gonna
and
die
now
too.
Showmaker could be the one in trouble.
And
Amy
they're
getting
all
on in there. He's got a few
dying.
buttons
He
available, but now
flashed, they
Showmaker,
lost.
I think, is just going to be lying on the floor. There it
They
goes.
drew
and
so
HLE.
hard.
They
Oh my
finally
god.
strike back as
Otacon
Amy
is like
still alive,
helping
yes.
red side.
And
Red
now
side.
he's hex skating the wrong direction.
Baiting.
It's still just going to be Otacon over to HLE.
Just as I was about to say, the key thing is the gold isn't
What
that big. It
were
was
they
only a 2k
doing?
gold.
They
Like
could've just
DK
wait for next game.
overplayed our hand, try to go in on the lights.
Or like
and
wait for
Viper is
Otacon.
waiting at the ready.
And this, maybe that's
You should have
what
just
they need
sold.
to
You
find.
should have
Not
just
this time
sold the
around.
Gragas.
Well, we're coming back in as
Wait.
this time Viper is going to be
Okay,
knocked
80
towards
got
the
caught.
sky. There's the Cyclone. They both
Oh,
sent home
yeah, they just
without really getting too much as the
withdraw.
charm into the backline, but aiming goes golden.
Oh,
It's
no,
still
Cow is
Beryl.
dead.
It's going to be
I
taken
think
down.
Blade
Now
is dead
Showmaker gets
too.
dismounted. Still doing
They
a
don't
fair bit
even
of damage now,
kill.
trying to get back onto Skull, but doesn't manage to do so. As the cask, that's not going to be able to get him the 200 gold he was looking for.
They're going to start up
they
Nash,
don't even
and
kill
it
him.
looks like DK is just going to give it to them. There are still a good amount of Otacon buffs
so
available.
broke.
Free
Jax
Peanut
and
saves.
Olaf
Obviously, it's a
attack
disaster, but now it
chairs.
kind of is
They got
too.
better.
Now the only thing
over.
that
How did they
DK can look
lose
forward
this?
towards
How did
is
they
wait at this
throw
Baron buff. Trust that your
hard?
composition still gets the job done. not gonna go. Just
Yeah.
clear the waves, push out as
they
far as
lost
you can,
three. Yeah, it's
and don't
over.
allow Hanwha to
They
further down the
can't
goal,
wait
because if Hanwha
next
can
break.
fight for
They can't
3K
wait
gold
5
down,
minutes. It's so dumb.
that turns it around. You can too.
Olaf just runs
as
them
we've
down.
seen this one before.
Yeah, engaging on
No
the
one
line.
can-
Certainly can be a bit of a problem here. There's the
Wait,
flash
wait.
forward. They get on top of Viper, who flashes away,
He
but
flashed?
Showmaker is lying in wait.
Okay, MF dead.
They
No
managed to
AD.
take down the AD carry,
No
but Lucid
AD.
is going
No.
to die as well, and into the back line
No.
goes the Olaf. Aiming is going to go golden, but Olaf just changes
Love
his
is
mind. He
disgusting.
wants to kill
How
you,
is
and
he-
he's going to get it.
He just
Disney
dove a
goes to
tower.
Bill's
Who
already
he
dead, and
won?
This is that critical mass. That's what we're
He
waiting
just
for
switched
the Vikings.
targets.
They've got Baron, they've
Mid
got
fight.
Ace, and it's game
And
5.
he
Humble
didn't
Life
even
Esports,
die.
They do it every time.
God. It's like the T1 game.
Bring this team to 5 games!
Did they
Do not
lose? I
bring
think they
these
lost.
players
30 seconds.
To 5 games! Sayers won a finals in 5 games. Zeka won a finals in
Damn,
5
it's
games.
the Olaf
Viper won a
again.
big final in 5 games, and this isn't even the final yet. However, it's a 3rd in a row for Humble Life Esports, and they'll take it down.